morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to LyfCraft. That's right, we're lifing it up yet again today, and I don't know if you've noticed this. Maybe you have, but the music's a little bit different. That's because I don't have any mods on right now. I need to probably download all the mods again. And why does one known as Orgeron Kitt need to download all of the mods? Because I am on a new computer. That's right, I have built myself a brand new computer, and it is a lot better. So much better than my last one. I think you can see the difference, but like if I go to optimize, I go to video settings, I have all the chunks that we can possibly get. I have it on fancy. I have all the things, and look at it. I'm gonna turn off the music now, though. Thank you, the music. I like you, but you are getting in the way. So I have, well, that looks weird. Look at this tree. Oh, look at it. It's all silly looking. Hey, chicken. I agree. I've done a little bit of work. Okay. Okay, you saw me building this a little bit on last time. In fact, I didn't know the way that it did because I already had my computer, and so I actually did this, and then I started downloading all the things, and then I had to like relearn how to make videos again with the new setup, because now I'm using a completely different program than I was before. Before I was using Vegas Pro, I think, and now I'm using... Now I'm using the... server will start in 15 minutes. That's not enough time. No. I use DaVinci now, and so far I actually really like it. So we'll see. This will be the first like full video that I edit with it, and so hopefully it'll be good. But anyways, I have finished this. This is what the inside's going to look like. It's going to be the exact opposite of the outside, and that way it will look good together. I've only gotten the outside finished. It's actually finished all the way around, which I'll show you in a second. But I also did a little bit of landscaping in here because I was like, okay, so I'm going to work on the buildings. This will be probably the first one that I work on. I have no clue what style it is. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'm going to try to follow what I did with the wall and do something similar to that. But I'll work on that later. That sounds like a future me problem. But I did a little bit of work. I've been working on the atmosphere of inside of the town. I've only really done this wall because this is where like none of the buildings were except for that guy. So I'm gonna build the walls over here, and like this is like maybe the park area. But look at this. It's pretty. Oh, so pretty. It is beautiful. I have a little park setting bench for all the park setting reasons that somebody might want. Then there's like a little bridge right over there, and then the water comes over this direction, and if we walk further on over this way, we'd be like, oh, here, let's go across the bridge to get to our little sitting area in the little front, and there's a cat inside the waterfall. The places the cats usually hang out inside. What are you doing? Guy. There you go. Okay. And then we're over here and we see some of these guys going around doing their business while we sit down in this nice, lovely field of flowers and fluffy floofs. And then we go up over yonder and we see that there are more trees and more ponds and stuff, where this used to be the place that was where I had the thing underground. In fact, if you dig that block right there, it will be empty and it'll be a cave. And so we built that, and it comes over this way, and we added some shrubbery and things, but it ends. Yeah, over this direction it's not as pretty. I do need to see if I can't find a village because I need a bell. I think they like to congregate around a bell, and that is... I think I put you there. Hope I did. I don't think anybody else did. They like to congregate. Why? Horses? Why? Cow? Is this your doing? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's kind of what I've been doing. I'm gonna work on some more stuff, and hopefully I will have some adventures with some people. They usually play on the weekends. I'm pretty busy on the weekends, I've discovered, and so I haven't had a whole lot of time to actually record. And I've been working on making things. Okay, I haven't done any of the detailing, but I've done all the like it's safe now. Like nobody should be able to get in or out. Not saying that they're trapped inside, but they're definitely trapped inside. But I've been working on trying to keep myself not burnt out of things. I've thought about contacting some people and saying about starting some other stuff again. I thought about maybe doing some more CTMs, but then I was like, nope. Let's focus on just enjoying making videos again. That's the main thing that I want to do, is just kind of enjoy what it was that we originally did, like what I used to do. Just enjoy sitting down, creating some things, and that's really all I'm looking after. I don't want anything else right now. I just want nice, relaxing peace and a nice, relaxing place for me to put some of myself into it, and I hope other people enjoy watching it, and if they don't, then that's fine with me, because this is what I'm learning, is that you have to be doing things like this for yourself, otherwise you're going to be burnt out. And if you're doing it for other people, you're not going to have fun, and you'll just end up not regretting anything that you've done, because I regret nothing that I've put out there, I think. Hopefully I don't. But you'll just get tired, and you don't want to do it anymore. And that's not fun. Getting to a point where it feels like that you just look at every single mistake that you've ever done, or all these successes that other people have, and you just think to yourself, like, why is it that I'm not able to have that success whenever other people are? And then you kind of like go, oh, that's because everybody hates me. And then you have to like fight with yourself to be like, no, everybody doesn't hate you. And it's just, other people got lucky and maybe you didn't. And then you're like, well, maybe I just need to upgrade all my things. And then you look at your bank account and you realize that you can't upgrade all your things. And maybe you're just, kind of stuck in this loop of being exactly where you are, and you're never gonna get better. And then you start going down that path of thinking, and then all of a sudden you're depressed and you're burnt out, because it seems like you put in so much effort and so much work into something that you really enjoy, and then you're like, oh well, obviously this thing is gonna pop off because I put so much effort into it. And I had another video where I did like 2 seconds worth of stuff, and that one everybody seemed to like, and then all of a sudden you start getting comments, and the comments of the other videos are like, hey, you stole a red zone design, and you didn't even know you stole the red zone design. You're just building it because you're like, hey, somebody asked me to build a redstone thing, and you thought it would be kind of cool to I'll make a small little tutorial redstone video. And then they're like, oh, this is not a semi door, it is something else. And then you're just like, oh, but what if it is a semi door flop? So anyways, I'm going on a new direction where I'm just gonna focus on enjoying anything that I do and anything that I put out, and I'm basically doing this for me, and I think that's the most important thing. And if you want to get into YouTube and doing YouTube stuff or streaming or whatever it is, just do what you enjoy. That's all that you can do, is just enjoy the time that you have and the time that you spend doing the things that you want, because it's not always going to be available for you to be able to do things. And also, like what I learned, learning new things is super important. So instead of keeping the same old stuff that I had before and being too stubborn to possibly learn any new ways of doing anything, I took the advice of other people, and I'm using a different program in order to make a video, and hopefully it'll come out better than before, or it might take a little while, but eventually it'll come out better than before. And now I'm in these settings, and to me, I hope that they show, but they look way better than what I was running. And it allows me to, if I decide that I want to play other games, I can play other games on top settings and put it in there, because that's what's important, is making sure that you are happy with what it is that you're putting out, and to make sure that basically you're just having fun. And if ever, I become like Mr. Beast level, maybe, then I'll be like, oh, maybe I need to reevaluate my whole way of doing things. But until I make millions of dollars doing this, I'm going to keep it as just a fun thing that I'm going to do. And I have to remind myself to do that, because even with thinking that I was keeping as a fun little thing, I get hyper-focused in things because of ADHD and things like that, and I just kind of dive in there and try to win. Hyper-focus into it. I see the numbers, and I get the depression and stuff from it, without even realizing that that's what I'm doing. 5 minutes? Oh god, I've been rambling for so long. So that's kind of that's what's been up. I hope you enjoy all this stuff. You're in the water because that's what you do. That's fine. Hopefully I don't need you to kill like some things. So, oh man, guy, why do they like water? Oh, it's even further down. All right, I guess it lives there now. That's fine. That's fine. I know. There used to be a building here. We need to figure out what to build. Oh, okay, I guess I'll figure out what to build while you go walk away. Okay, so I do need to decide what type of building that I'm going to do, but I think that's going to be in a little bit later in this episode, because I need to get off before the reset happens. And yeah. I eventually decided what it was that I was going to build, and it's kind of like a medieval thing, trying to incorporate multiple different woods and different tones and colors and shades and things, and I'm trying to keep the rosewood, I think that's what it's called, the pinkish wood. I'm trying to keep that incorporated in it, so I'm going to use that for the roof and stuff like that. But basically my design process for this one was that I am going to build a frame, and then I'm building out from the frame and detailing it as much as I possibly can, which I believe I did pretty well. But this is what it looked like while I'm building it. I'm sitting here editing DaVinci Resolve, using DaVinci Resolve, that is. And as I was mentioning before, this is a program that I've never really used before, and so it's kind of scary learning something new, but it just kind of reminds me that the more stuff that you know, the better that you're going to get. And so you should push yourself to learn as much as possible, because every single thing that you do and everything that you learn just makes you a better person. And the growth that you feel afterwards and the pride you get once you make it done, it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you're learning with it. And maybe you're not good at it to begin with, but the progress that you make forward is what propels you, probably, to be better and to help you succeed and to give you some of that dopamine to make you feel good. Like, if you want to learn how to make a video game, go look up free video game designing softwares. They have a lot of really good ones. I know there's one that is similar to Unreal Engine, because it's different engines that you have to form. I looked at this recently. This is the only reason why I know. But you look at the different engines that you want to build off of, and then you can build the 3D models and kind of learn that way. But the thing that you have to realize is that if you just watch videos and stuff like that, that's a good starting place, and maybe it'll give you an idea of what it is that you want to try to do. But kind of just sitting there and playing around with it. That's why, like, for DaVinci, I ended up just playing. The first thing I did was I contacted my friends, like, hey, what settings is it that you use? And then they helped me so much. They sent me screenshots, and I'm like, here, baby Kitt, let me hold your hand and walk you across DaVinci Resolve. street that is big and scary, but it's really not that big and scary, and I'm learning that, but that's kind of what I did, though, is I figured out what the settings were, because it was starting to look terrible once I edited something, and then as soon as I figured out the settings, I just played around with it. I watched some videos, I learned with it, I took a video that was like a 10-second video, and I just made one, and then I learned how to make shorts, and that's why I've been releasing the shorts, which are done in DaVinci Code recently. DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Code, like the book. I figured out some shortcuts and quick keys, which that's another really important thing if you're trying to learn to program, is learn the hotkeys, because it just makes life so much easier if you know the buttons. And then hopefully something that comes out of it is something that you enjoy and something that you think is actually fun and pretty and looks great. And if not, you can just delete it and start over and just keep learning. You're not going to learn everything perfectly to begin with. It takes time. It takes effort. I hope that makes sense and you're enjoying the fast me building stuff like that. We'll cut it here in a second so that way we can see what it looks like once we finished. Because I need to end the episode at some point. I am trying to make episodes a little bit longer, but it might take a little bit because I'm still struggling to find time to record and to find a life. That's not true. I have Are you ready for the grand reveal? Ba-da-bum. Okay, there's kind of a little bit of a wall on the way, but that's kind of like what I was going for a little bit too, is that there's actually a reveal to the reveal. So you're walking this way and you're like, la 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 la, and like, ooh, look at that, that's pretty. Coming up on the, I see a roof that looks detailed and pretty. And see, that's the key, is that you have to have a reveal inside of a reveal and for the reveal to work. So we come in here and we open the door or the fence. We got right? Kind of see it in all of its glory. Comes around here. I built a retaining wall over on the side. You have this wall here. It's okay. There is. I do see. That's fine. That's fine though, because I don't want to push this up over that way a little bit more. So it's backed up one, and I'm sure nobody will notice that. Except for everybody will, because I just pointed it out, but that's fine. That's fine. And then you have this back here, and I think I am going to build. Maybe I don't need to. Maybe I just need to because the stairs are kind of going in opposite directions, so that one's a little bit fat. But I don't think it's really noticeable now that I have this tree here. Oh, I had to replant the tree. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I had to replant the tree. In the back here, I'm gonna switch this out. To be more like this side over here. See how it's all fancy and stuff, and just a little bit of shapes, upon shapes, to give it a little bit of depth and stuff. And then I am also doing contrast to give it depth, because you have the light wood and you have the really dark wood, and then you have the really light wood again. All the contrast and coolness and things like that. Doing all the fancy stuff. I'm not doing gradients, really. Which maybe I should, but I feel like that'll be future. I'll play around with gradients. First, I'm gonna step back into it, and I think this is a pretty good first step back in. It comes over this way, has the nice little fancy roof. I think if we head out here, you'll see the roof a little bit better. Not really. Can't really see it better. He did. Maybe if I got on yeah, let's get on it. Does this help? Oh yeah, I think that helps out quite a bit. So yeah, I built the roof thing going. I believe I mentioned that I had multiple different places that I was kind of grabbing from inspiration, but it's mainly a medieval build, I want to say. I just kind of grabbed some things, got some screenshots of different builds, and I kind of put them all together, and then I built out the frame first, and then I built out of that, which I also kind of mentioned a little bit before, but now I'm re-mentioning things because I can. Oh, did you get out of the water? Is that how many How many villagers do I have now? You did get out of the water. Good job. That seems like quite a bit. Because I think there's 2 over here. 1. Is there a guy in here still? No? Okay, just you. Oh, are you? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have a lot of villagers. Is there any over here? Is it just y'all? Because I think there's only like 2 in here, and then I think there's only like 4. Is there 4 beds in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, no, 6. That makes sense. That's a normal that makes sense. That does make sense for how many there should be. So maybe. Does that sound like a skeleton? Ah, oh well. So yeah, we have 6 villagers popping on, doing their thing, getting all the village stuff, and then in here, I think one of the villagers moved the cat because I had it tucked in over there, and I think it got pushed over here. But in here, I do have barrels inside of the barrels. That way, I know where the barrels are. And then in here, don't look at the floor. I didn't do anything with the floor yet. I am using this for storage. Eventually, each little section is going to be its own little storage area. But right now, I just kind of pocketed everything in here so that I have the storage. Oh, this is the balcony. There's no storage. I have the storage inside of here for right now, just so that I have something. And then I have a little chest. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.